Can I make my own wedding dress? This is the question we're going to talk about today, and it's one of my absolute favourites. When this question lands in my inbox, my heart literally sings. Whilst I make wedding dresses for a living, I love more than ever encouraging other people to do it. So if you're thinking about this, then watch to the end of this video and leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking about for your dress, and I will share all of my tips to make this a really, really successful project. There are a number of things that I would suggest that will help you on your journey. The first one is to start browsing online and making a Pinterest board, or just collecting loads of images, rip them out of magazines. When you see something that you love, that you think is something really beautiful, that you could visualize yourself wearing on your wedding day, just put it on your Pinterest board, put it in your scrapbook, hold on to those images. And I would really encourage you, don't be shy. Don't think to yourself, oh, well, I'm not sure whether I've got the sewing ability to do that. Just look at the designs, look at the styles, look at the fabrics, the embellishment, whatever it is, let your heart be open and just collect all of the beautiful images that you want. Once you've got those all together, try and distill them down a little bit and think about what are the common factors. So you may have lots of different designs, but it may be that they all have straps, or they've all got a long train, or they've all got lace on them. In which case, really, really think about what are those aspects that for you are probably a deal breaker. The second thing I would suggest is that you make some appointments at bridal boutiques. Now, I know you're not intending to buy, and I know when you are a bridal boutique owner, it is frustrating when people come and try on dresses and they have no intention of buying. However, you never know. What you might end up with is something that many brides do, which is to buy an ex-sample or sale dress that has the bones of what you're looking for, and then to take it home, partly dismantle it and turn it into something that you love. Maybe adjust the size, perhaps customize the neckline and transform it into the dream dress. So making a dress for yourself doesn't necessarily mean starting from scratch. The other benefit in trying on in a bridal boutique is that you're going to be looking at dresses which may not be on your Pinterest board. They may be something that the stylist in the shop says, in actual fact, have you thought about this style? And you say, oh, well, no, I wanted lace or straps or whatever it was. But if they encourage you to try something on, you might get a surprise. And it is very useful to really see on your body how different styles look. Your next step is to go to a fabric shop. Now, fabric shops are a resource that are worth their weight in gold. Not only do they have very knowledgeable staff who can give you a lot of advice, they usually sell all the notions, by which I mean the zip and the buttons and the hooks and eyes and the lining and the interfacing, all the bits that you'll need for your dress. But for me, one of the first places to start in a fabric shop is their pattern book section. So most fabric shops, as you may know if you're a sewist, will have huge pattern books that you can look through. When you open a pattern book, do look at the bridal section, but also look at the evening sections. An evening dress may well be perfect for the sort of gown that you're thinking of. Just because the wedding dress section is white, it doesn't mean that contains all of the patterns for all of the potential dresses that you might want to make. The great thing is you will get a guide in there for how easy the pattern is. So if you have any concern about your competence as a dressmaker, or you worry that you might need to brush your skills up, and we'll get onto that in a moment, then this will give you a good idea of whether the pattern that you're considering, it might be just like your Pinterest board or just like a dress that you've seen in a shop, but it may be exceptionally difficult, or it may be extremely easy. Talk to the members of staff in the shop. They are very knowledgeable and they will be able to advise you. Once you've found a paper pattern that you like, or in an ideal world, 2 or even 3 paper patterns that you like, get it out of the packet and have a really good look. This just means that you may find you love the bodice of one, but the skirt of another is very similar but much simpler, in which case you can always patchwork together different paper patterns, taking the sleeve from one, the bodice from another, and the skirt from another. So don't be shy to mix them all up. The next step is to buy some fabric. Now again, back to the fabric shop, talk to the people there and get some ideas about what sort of fabrics would be most suitable. Sometimes the fabrics that are listed on the paper pattern aren't necessarily the only fabrics you can use. There's a huge range of different prices. You can look online. You don't need to buy the fabric from a fabric shop. I love buying from a fabric shop because I get to actually touch and feel and see it, whereas when you buy it online, you won't really know until it arrives the exact colour, because every colour will render slightly differently on a monitor. However, you need to look on the paper pattern. It will tell you how much fabric you need, how much lining, what the notions are, so that's the zip, the thread, all the different bits that go with it, and then place an order and buy the fabric that you love. Now, I would really recommend, before you start making in your beautiful new fabric, that you make a mock-up. So this is like a practice run. You could do this out of an old bed sheet. I tend to use calico because I've got lots of it. I'm a professional dressmaker, so I do make an awful lot of toiles, as these are called. They're sort of prototypes. But I find it extremely useful not only to check that the fit is exactly right, but also once I've made a toile and somebody has come to try it on, very often they might think, well, this neckline is exactly what I intended from the sketch or the paper pattern, but now I see it on me, actually I want to try something slightly different. So I think making a prototype first is a really good idea. The next step is to take your prototype apart, transfer it onto pattern paper if you have it, tissue paper is fine, or you know what, sometimes I will just take the prototype apart, iron all the separate pieces carefully, and literally transpose that straight onto my fabric. So don't feel you've got to turn it back into a paper pattern if you don't want to. However, I do find it's useful for accuracy. It gives you the chance to very accurately add on seam allowances all the way around. There are lots of courses you'll find on YouTube where you can learn all the different skills that you might need to add to your arsenal of existing skills in order to feel really confident about making your dress. But those are the steps I would suggest that you start going through. One thing I would highly recommend if you are making your own dress is to get somebody who will help you with your fittings. This could be your mum, your sister, your best mate, somebody that you're really comfortable with. They don't need to be a super skilled dressmaker, but if they do have some sewing skills, that's generally quite useful. But I made my own wedding dress. You can see it in the background. And at the time I made it, was 25 years ago, I actually wasn't a professional designer dressmaker at the time. I was a home dressmaker. My mum had taught me to sew, and actually we made my dress together. And I found that in the process of making it, I really needed an extra person to hold the waist in and pin it at the back to make sure that I got the fit I really wanted. Similarly with the hem, it's a lot easier to get the hem length exactly right when you've got somebody who's helping you and can pin it up for you. It is possible to do it yourself, but I would recommend having somebody to help you. The biggest tip that I can give you for making your own dress is to take your time. Allow yourself enough wriggle room so that you can test out different styles, maybe even test out little bits of different fabrics. Get familiar with your sewing machine and making sure you're comfortable with those fabrics. There are some fabrics like chiffon, like velvet, that can be very slippery and very difficult to work with. So I would say it's all possible, just have a practice and give yourself a bit of time. And make sure, if you can, that you start your wedding dress well before your wedding, so you can really enjoy the process and you don't need to worry about it going wrong. If you find along the way that it doesn't turn out how you want, please don't compromise. I can highly recommend going to a bridal boutique and looking on their sale rail, looking for a dress that's an ex-sample dress, looking online for a pre-loved dress, and you may well find one in there that has the bones of what you're looking for, and you can then just alter it, customise it, adjust the hem, perhaps tweak the neckline, change the sleeves, add some straps, do whatever you can do with the capability that you've got. You can always put yourself on a course. If you start this with plenty of time in advance, then it is absolutely possible to make your own dress. So I hope that's really encouraged you. Please, please leave a note in the comments and let me know, how's your dress going? What sort of style are you thinking about? Have you got any specific questions? If you look around on my YouTube channel, you'll find a video about which kind of petticoat you need to choose. You'll find a video about fabrics. You'll find lots of tutorials about various different aspects of making a wedding dress. But if you want more information, look around on other channels. Just Google the question you're asking. It may be how to sew on buttons or how to put in a concealed zip. You will be able to find a video that meets the needs that you have. But I wish you all the best. I am thrilled to bits that you're thinking about making your own dress. So try the steps that I've suggested. I would love to know how you get on, and I'll see you soon.